guys, it's Sarah and I am here to show you my bullet journal that I am using for my reading and my channel and all that stuff. I did show this in a video before, so I will leave that link down below, just some of my planners that I was using and stuff, and this was included in that. But I wanted to give you kind of an update on how it's working for me. It's been working really well. I think next year I'm going to take it in a little bit of a different direction, but I'll talk about that in a second. But this is the notebook that I'm using, and I don't remember the manufacturer for it. Let me see. The Frantic Meerkat at mincingmockingbird.com. I will try to leave a link down below to this for you guys if you want it. I did pick this up at a shop in Santa Fe, but I think you can get it online too. So I'll leave a link down below. Hopefully I can find it. But what I am doing here is basically I have a couple of these things set up. I think I might have already shown these, but I started out with my goals. So these were my reading goals that I wanted to do. And then I drew a book stack here, and these are all of the books that I would like to read in 2018. These were my top 8 for 2018. As you can see, I need to do some work on it. I'm actually currently reading Winter's Garden, so I'm going to be able to color that one in, but I do need to get on this and read a couple more before the end of the year. But I do color these in with colored pencils. This here is my birthday reading project, so I have all the books listed out along with who recommended them to me, and I'm coloring in the boxes as I'm reading them, and I'm almost done with this one as well, so that's fun. Here is where I am keeping track of my winners every quarter, and then these are the quarterly, like what I read in order and what I, my star rating and, all that stuff. So I only have a few more to do, as you can see. And this is the 2018 Pop Sugar Reading Challenge. I'm not really paying too much attention to this. I'm just kind of filling things in as I can, but I'm not really like making that a big priority, but it's just there for fun. And I am filling things in if I happen to read something that fills a prompt. This is the Shadowhunters read along that I was going to do with Emma Books. She took this entire year to read all through the Shadowhunters Chronicles, and I am just like not doing it. So yeah, nope. I have not done this, but it's okay. I'll get to it whenever I feel like it. Now, these are review books that I have, and I need to kind of rethink how I'm doing this and keeping track of them and stuff, because I don't really like the way the filled in, like, I don't know. I just think it looks a little bit blocky and choppy, and I don't really like it. So I'm going to have to figure out something else for next year. These are NetGalley books that I have on NetGalley that I need to read and review a lot, as you can see, and I added a whole bunch because I just got approved for a whole bunch. So yeah, this is something I need to work on for sure. These are my seasonal TBR jar picks, and so I have the 4 down here, which are, winter, spring, summer, and fall. So these are the books that I picked out for my TBR jar for each season, and I'm coloring them in as I read them. As you can see, I haven't read that many. I've actually only read 5, and there are 15 here, and I've only read 5 of them. So I'm not 100% sure I'm going to be able to get to all these before the end of the year, but they're there for me if I want to. And then here are my 2017 Book Haul Revisit picks, and these are books that I am picking from each of my book haul revisits that I do every month, and as you can see, I've only read 2 of them. I still have, quite a few that I haven't read, and then still 3 more to pick. Yeah, so I don't know how successful I'm going to be on this one either. So this whole page, I just don't know how many more I'm going to get, and I'll get to what I can, and then whatever I can't, oh well, it's okay. But I'm thinking about not picking a book next year when I do my book haul revisits. I'm thinking about just revisiting the haul and then that's it. But maybe not making a commitment to read 12 of those books, just because it got to be a little bit too much with everything else I was doing. Okay, so for books read in 2018, so this is where I keep a list of all the books that I've read. I'm making little asterisks next to ones that I considered my favorites, so that way when it gets to the end of the year and I want to do like my top 10, it'll be easier to pick them out. And I am already up to 73 books this year. My goal is 80, so I will definitely hit that. I'm going to surpass it. Next year I might up it. So that's where I'm keeping all of these, and I left an extra page just in case I needed it. These are video ideas, so ideas for videos that I have, Booklist Thursday ideas that Lindsay and I keep handy as well, just as we think of something. Okay, so now I get into my monthly spreads. So I start I do pretty much the same thing every month. So I have like a banner and I write the month, and then I have my plans and my wrap up. So I write down whatever plans I had, and then as the month goes on, I have my wrap up and I keep count of them, and then, you know, put my star rating next to them. Then I have videos. So these, like, I have this page for all the videos that I want to post for the month, and then I fill them in as I upload them. Not all of them happen, and that's okay. These are just, you know, initial thoughts. I have my Booklist Thursdays, so I write down each Thursday and what we plan on doing and what I'm going to talk about in those videos. Lindsay and I try to plan a couple months ahead of time so that we kind of have time to, you know, film them. These are my book haul revisit pages, so I write down, I make like a little chart and I write them down, what I hauled last year, and then I check off what status they are. So they're either read, unread, or unhauled, and I just fill in the box there. And then get into February, so same thing. Plans, wrap up, videos, Booklist Thursday, and book haul revisit. And this is pretty much standard throughout the whole thing. And then if I ever have something special, so for example, in February we had Contemporary-a-thon and I participated in it. So I have a page for Contemporary-a-thon. So I have all the challenges and the hosts and the dates and, you know, all that. And then check them off as I go. Birthday reading catch up. This was just like a little note that I had for myself on things I was planning to catch up on, because I got a little bit behind on my birthday reading project, so I had to kind of play a little bit of catch up, and I, you know, checked them off as I got to them. And then March, so same thing here with videos, book list, book haul revisit. And for March, we did March Mystery Madness, and I participated in that, so I have a whole page dedicated to that. And then this is like a don't forget. These are things I needed to remind myself about. This is when I also did a TV binge video, so I wrote down all of the TV shows I planned to watch, and then I filled them in as I watched them. I did watch these two. I don't know why I didn't fill them in, but I did. And this is where I keep my notes on what I thought about the shows to do my follow-up. This was for a live show that I did with Lisa, just some notes. So April, you know, same type of thing here. And April was a big book haul. And then this was Book Buddy-a-thon. So I have everything for Book Buddy-a-thon here that I participated in as well. This was something, so these are June BookTube video ideas. So I kind of was writing some things out because this is getting into where we were moving and I had to really prep ahead of time a whole lot. So I had a lot of just random notes. So I have May and June together because of that. And I don't have all the spreads out just because we were moving. So I kind of had to do everything really quickly. But I did have my plans, and then I had my wrap ups, and they were separated by the months. And then these were separated as well. So the videos. So I wrote down all the videos I planned to put up those 2 months while we were in the transition of moving, and I checked them off as I uploaded them. And then this is getting back. So this is after we moved, everything was set up. I was ready to start filming again. So I wrote down all of the things I was thinking about doing, you know, kind of getting back into it. And then we moved right on into July, which was a fantastic reading month. I read 15 things in July. And all the same stuff here again. And then Book Buddy-a-thon again. So there were 2 Book Buddy-a-thons this year. And did all that. That was a really good one. And then this was the sheet that Elena had us use, and so I printed it out and just stuck it in there. And then Booktube-a-thon was the same month. So those were almost back-to-back readathons. I was not very successful in Booktube-a-thon, like at all. I was not. So no more back-to-backs like that. Okay, then moving into August here. And same type of stuff, as you can see. And then in August, I started a master to-do list. So I had just kind of a running to-do list. I didn't have a ton on here in the end, but I did do another TV binge. So I wrote, you know, the TV binge up here. And then these are the shows I'm planning to watch. I've already gotten through 2 of them. I'm working on another one right now. And then I have 1 more before I can do a follow-up and tell you guys my thoughts. But I've already started working on that. And then this was Book Swap-a-thon. So I did that with Lindsay, and so that's a page for the readathon there. And then I skipped this one because I didn't have anything else to put in here, and I want to start my months on this side just to kind of keep this flow going. So September is these two here, videos, and you know, same type of thing again. This one I have Contemporary-a-thon, which I just finished, and so I have all that. Instead of coloring in the boxes on this one, I just did X marks in it, and I like that a little bit better. It's a little bit cleaner. And then I also started something on here, arcs to request. So these are arcs that I would like to request and when they're coming out and who the publisher is. And then as I request them, I'm going to X through the boxes there. And I have a little tab here just to know that I'm going to keep referencing this page. So I'm going to keep that there. But I have 3 more that I want to request. So I'm probably going to need to do that here soon. So I think that's going to be a good page for me to keep in my new one for next year as well. I'll probably keep it more towards the beginning. And then I have Bookstagram ideas here too. I'm trying to kind of revamp my Instagram account and work on Bookstagram and make my pictures a little bit more creative. So that's a big project I'm working on right now. But I just wrote down some of my ideas. And then into October, so this month. So I have my plans, my wrap up ready to go. I have some video ideas already. And I have my book list down here. And then my book haul revisit, as you can see, is going to be very, very large. So, and that's all I have right now. I know that Spookathon does happen in October as well, so I will probably make a page for that. But that's how it's going right now. And as you can see, I am more than halfway through this book, so I don't think I'm going to continue with it by the end of the year. I'm just going to, you know, use up until the end of December and then let it be what it is. And then next year, I'm going to actually go to a smaller format because this is a larger format. This is almost an 8.5 by 11. And I think I'm going to go to a smaller notebook next year. I have one saved on Amazon that I'm already looking at, and I think I'm going to do that just because I don't necessarily need all of this space. You know, I'm not usually filling it all in. I can definitely put this on a smaller canvas and be totally fine. So I think that's what I'm going to do, but I'm already thinking about different types of layouts I can do, and I don't know if I want to keep it the same every month or change it up, or I'm not sure how it's going to work yet, but I do have some plans in mind, and I just need to think of things I want to keep kind of towards the beginning before I start going into my months, because I don't want things like, you know, arcs to request. It's a great page, but I don't want that to be stuck in the middle of a month randomly like it is right now. So I need to start making a list of things that I want to have towards the beginning and just leave myself room to do that before I start going into my monthly spreads every month. But I really love this notebook. I really love this style of planning, and it's really helping me. It's keeping all my thoughts organized, keeping everything all in one place for my reading, and I'm just really excited about this type of planner and this type of planning and doing it this way. So I'm definitely going to continue next year. I'm just going to get a different type of book, and I'll definitely show those to you next year as well as I start using them. But I wanted to give you an update. I've had a couple people ask if I could do that, so that is it. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I'll have links down below for this notebook in particular if you're interested in purchasing it yourself. And they have some other ones that have different sayings too, but they're really cute and they're very sturdy, and you know, like I've really enjoyed it, and I use this constantly and it hasn't like had any issues or anything. So, all right, that's it for me today. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day.